So you believe nowadays people, like with that theory, you believe nowadays kids should not fight each other at all. We should just kill each other. And
no.
so that's why we have a lot of black
that's
why we have a lot of black men in the streets that are killing each other at a high rate.
I don't believe that.
That's what's pretty much happening. It's just because it's a white dude. But if we have black on black niggas killing each other because of a fight, that's just
wrong, right? Is that wrong?
I believe you have the right to protect yourself, and I believe that you should avoid altercations.
And his brother was holding on to him, trying to make it stop bleeding. And he died in his brother's arms. And I rushed up there, and I saw him on the gurney. And I could tell. They said he wasn't breathing. I could see all the blood. I saw where the wound was.
Austin, his father shares, was born 2 minutes before his twin brother Hunter, the two inseparable, as you can imagine. Austin is being remembered as an outstanding student at Memorial High, his football team's MVP, and a young man of faith. His father grappling with loss and forgiveness.
I'm not trying to judge, but what kind of parents did this child have?
He's judging.
What was he taught? He brought a knife to a track meet, and he murdered my son by stabbing him in the heart. The guy was in the wrong place. They asked him to move, and he bowed up. This is murder. I don't know. I know they have someone in custody.
Yeah, we do.
And you know what? I already forgive this person.
Police say another teenager had fresh blood on his finger when they found him at Kirkendall Stadium.
The affidavit shows that when officers arrived, Carmelo Anthony told them he got into an argument with Metcalf. And when the arresting officer said he had the alleged suspect in custody, Anthony replied, "I'm not alleged. I did it."
But Anthony told officers he only acted in self-defense and asked them if Metcalf was okay.
Several witnesses paint a different picture, and Metcalf's father told Matt Howerton he is not buying the excuse.
I had a dream last night, and Austin came to me and said, "I'm okay."
Damn.
What?
It gives me peace. Doesn't mean I don't hurt.
The last 24 hours, unimaginable for Austin Metcalf's father, his mother, his twin brother.
Right now, I'm really numb, and I really don't feel anything. I just have to function.
Metcalf, just 17 when he arrived at Frisco ISD's district track meet Wednesday. His final breaths taken before 11 a.m., police say, after being stabbed to death by a fellow Frisco ISD student, 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, now charged with first-degree murder.
My world's a little shattered.
An argument over where Anthony was sitting while the meet experienced a rain delay sparked a confrontation between the teen and Metcalf. According to arrest paperwork, Anthony sitting underneath Metcalf's team tent. You could see it from the air when we flew over the crime scene. Metcalf from Memorial High, Anthony from Centennial. A witness telling police Metcalf told Anthony to move from under the team's tent because he didn't go to their school. The witness telling police Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin, "Touch me and see what happens." Investigators writing that Metcalf grabbed Anthony to tell him to move and that Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. When officers arrived, the knife was found and police say Anthony admitted to what happened, but said this to police: "He put his hands on me. I was protecting myself," even asking another officer if what happened could be considered self-defense.
What do you expect? If you're caught, the best thing you're going to do is try to lie your way out of it.
Metcalf's father telling me self-defense is not a reasonable excuse.
The truth will come out. There were too many people that were there that saw what happened. My own son told me.
In Frisco, I'm Matt Howerton.
All right.
Okay, guys.
Let's start about it. Okay, first question. What state is this in?
This is in Texas.
Okay, cool.
It's in Dallas.
All right, got you. Their witness said, he stated, "Touch me and see what happens." That was a fair warning. Knife in hand. Touch me and see what happens.
No big.
Listen.
I'm going to let you go.
Why the knife? Maybe he was getting bullied in prior incidences. Now you shouldn't have a knife. But the fact is, the knife is there. The knife is there. You can see it. Touch me and see what happens. Me? Somebody tell me that? I'm not touching that fool. I'm not touching you. Okay? Now, he touches him. The witness says, there's a witness there. That's going to be an important piece to this case. All right? He stabs him, runs off. tells the cops it was self-defense. Was it self-defense? Yes. Was it extreme self-defense? Yes, again.
Hold on.
Should have
Can
happened?
we go back to the video? Did it say he pulled out the knife before he said, touch me?
I wanted to run it back again.
Because if that's the case, like I went to a gun class. If I show my gun before I do anything to somebody, I'm the threat.
Now,
Anthony grabbed
If
his
I show
bag.
my gun
we
first,
gonna
I'm
say
the threat.
we gonna talk about
If I show
What?
my weapon
Hold on.
first, that's a threat.
The witness is going to be a huge part of this case.
this case.
I
is
show
gonna
my
be weird.
weapon
But let's
first,
see.
that's a
let's see.
threat.
Hold on,
That's
hold
right
on,
there.
hold
It's right there. The witness right there. It
The
says
witness
it.
telling police Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin, touch me and see what happens. Investigators
threat.
writing that Metcalf grabbed Anthony to tell him to move and that Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Austin once
Pause.
in the chest. Anthony grabbed his bag,
That's good.
opened it, and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin,
Okay, right here.
touch
It's good.
me and see what happens. Investigators writing that Metcalf grabbed Anthony to tell him to move.
He
and
grabbed
that
him.
Anthony pulled out a
After
black
he literally
knife
just
and
said,
stabbed
don't touch him.
He grabbed him, and then he went to the bag.
No.
No, listen to it. Listen to how I said it. Listen to how I said it.
Metcalf grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, and that Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Austin
So
once
he
in the
had his hand in the bag saying, watch what happens, and then he grabs him anyways, and he pulls the knife out and stabs him.
It's just I'm not gonna lie, bro.
So two wrongs don't make a
it's so
right.
much
They're
to
both
like-
wrong. They're both wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right. There's a way to say get out the section, right? There's a way. You don't belong here.
Look.
Shit, go take the
Okay.
take the regular route.
Hold on, let's take a pause.
Hey.
Take a pause. Take a pause. Take
All
a
right.
pause. Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's
He
they're
still
saying
murdered him, though.
He
No,
shouldn't
okay,
have
look,
murdered him.
and
He shouldn't have murdered him.
everybody knows that's totally wrong. Let's just break down what the people are upset about.
I'm talking about the
Your
court
perspective
of law.
of
The
this,
court of law
your
is
perspective of
self-defense.
this is totally different than our perspective when we first watched. Everybody's coming with these different perspectives. Everybody's saying that this young man was an upstanding young man. He had a 4.0.
That's
he
not the
was
point.
actually a track athlete. None of that matters.
Sure,
None
that's
of
not
that
the
matters.
point. We're talking about what
take the-
happened here.
Let's take all that out the window.
Black.
Okay.
Let's take
Yeah.
black color.
All
All
that out
that.
the
Let's
window
take
right
out
here.
everything.
Everything out the
what
window.
happened?
What's your perspective? Everything out the window. Give it to us, and then we'll let Todd speak.
But let me break down this tweet right quick because this is a tweet
No,
that
no,
kind of
no,
pissed me
no.
off. No, my perspective, bro.
You have to
I'm
say
gonna
it.
say my perspective in a minute.
All
Hold
right.
on. Okay.
What does it say?
So it says number one, it's normal for students from different schools to gather under other schools' tent. Carmelo had friends there. He wasn't trespassing or looking for trouble. Okay. That could be totally possible. We don't know. The tents were close to each other. Okay.
Y'all ran track.
Yes.
Speak on
we
it.
know. We know. That's what I'm saying, though.
So
That's
is that
why
true?
If
at
somebody
first-
don't want us in
we
their
know.
tent, we move
Our
around.
first take
Okay.
of this.
But you been in somebody else's
hold on,
tent.
though. Our first
Yeah,
take
I
of
And
moved
you
this.
around.
left it when they said no.
Hold on, though.
They
bro.
said move
Our
around,
first
yeah.
take, we only seen Austin's tent. We didn't see. Was it Lancaster that the kid went to?
Nah, St. Clair,
he
something
went
like
St.
that.
Clair. Yeah, he went
The
there.
black kid?
Yeah.
he went
Okay. What's the school he went to? We didn't see his tent was above that. So they were definitely close. His tent was up. The black kid's tent was above it, and then the other kid's tent was below it. So they were definitely close. Okay. The second part says they claimed that one of the twins have never seen Carmelo before. That's a lie. Who knows if that's a weird. But this
can't
is
say
like
it's
with
a
the
lie.
black community. We don't know that. We don't know. No,
We
he's saying
don't
that's a
know.
lie.
Only people
He's
that
saying,
know was the people
though.
that was there at the
These
moment.
are the facts that the people that are defending Carmelo are bringing up.
Go ahead. Finish.
It says that they claim that one of the twins have never seen Carmelo before.
Okay. Sure.
And
Next one.
then they're saying that that's a lie. How do we know if that's a lie or not?
We don't know. All right, next
So
one.
that's a stupid ass argument.
Yeah.
No, okay, it says no student has the right to remove another student from a school-owned tent. That's a dumbass argument too.
No, that is true. You have no
bro.
right to remove somebody. If you're under
Bro.
my tent, I have no right to touch you. As simple as that.
As simple as that. But are you a effing psycho?
There's
Why are you
security
under my
there.
tent?
It doesn't matter.
Why are you under my tent?
Have you been? You ran track.
I run track.
Have you
You're
been
not-
under
you're-
some?
look
Have
up.
you been
Look
under
up.
somebody else's tent?
When I'm talking to someone, maybe you have to
Okay.
get validation from another somebody on the team. Nah, bro, this my homie. We talking.
You don't have to be psycho. You could be just
you
under
have to have
somebody.
a lot. If you're, but that's the thing though. And we're talking about something that didn't even happen. The
Okay.
problem here is
Wait, the
they
point
were
is,
close to each other.
being
The
under
tents
somebody
were
else's
close.
tent is not a crime.
Somebody just died over a
No.
seat.
It's not a crime.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Look, I'm just saying
Carmelo
somebody
said
just
it. Hold
died
on, though.
under a
Hold on.
seat,
But
though.
it's still like it's kind of like psycho to be in. And that's
It's
the thing,
not
though.
psycho.
We don't know. if
It's a
these
lack
kids-
of EQ.
Look, though,
The lack of EQ does not automatically mean psycho.
But look though, black people are saying they're upset because they're saying that these kids were known bullies at a school. We don't know this.
We don't know.
We don't know at all.
Sure.
Both of the kids, they claim both kids have 4.0s. Does that matter? No. Okay.
Let's assume they're both nice kids.
Okay, and that's let's do it like that. The fourth point.
Let's just simplify it like this. Somebody died over a seat.
And we're going to get into that.
That's everything else.
Yeah,
Somebody just died over a seat.
Crazy.
That was literally just happened. This whole argument.
Yeah, I think that's
that's it.
I think that wraps it up.
That's it in itself.
Which one of these points actually is like valid?
Read the fourth one. I can't hear it.
Carmelo is a track athlete. The twins are not. He wasn't even expecting to see them there. Which one of these? And these are the points that black people are defending Carmelo with.
All right, I'll start here. First of all,
maybe you have a different perspective.
No. I mean, look. First of all, it's not illegal to be under someone else's tent. Okay,
it's weird, and it's not a crime for being weird.
It's not. Thank you. I was going to say that next.
Yes.
It's not a crime to be weird. Weird. Okay, now you don't want somebody at your tent, right? You have one. The first option is to ask them to move. In the second option, you have security there at events, right? You have people. What is it like teachers, whatever. You could do it that way,
bro. This is hard to me, bro, because we did track all our lives, bro.
Vic,
so if somebody say they don't want me under this shit, I'm gonna move around.
But you were under that. But you were initially under the tent.
Yeah, but
okay, so it's not weird. That's common.
All you just had to do is move around, bro.
He just said he's been under someone else's tent.
Yeah, talking and associating. Maybe when the witnesses
we don't know what they were doing.
That's what I'm saying. We all could be making assumptions, but at the end of the day, we know you have a uniform on. And you're at a high school track meet, and somebody just died
with a knife.
Yeah,
there's two. I'm sorry. This is the last thing. I'm gonna stop talking over y'all.
No, you're good.
This is really like some people's I guess a way to defend him. They're saying that if you see 200-pound linebacker attackers came at your child, what would you expect them to do? So we don't know if they were getting jumped. I don't know where everybody's getting all this information.
First of all, the knife shouldn't be present.
That's where everybody's at.
No.
Nobody
let me break this down.
What's going on.
Let me break you down. If they would have just fought, I'm pretty sure his teammates was going to help him. Because if my teammates would have gotten in the fight at the track meet, I'm going to fight with my teammates.
Here, bro. At the end of the day, no matter who was initially wrong,
somebody died.
We shouldn't bring up the seed.
I completely agree. No one should have died. No one should have died.
Bro, the fact that regular fights happen all the time, and you were at a high school track meet and you stab someone, it's no possible way to defend that, period.
No.
Now, look, this is the only way.
The only crime this man has committed is bring a knife.
And he killed somebody.
No. Okay, so
how do we know it was defense, bro? So you're defending him off the rip, and we don't know if it was defense.
Well,
do we know that?
First of all, there was a witness. I wasn't a witness. There was a witness.
We're gonna see if the witness is legit.
But based off what we do have, we know that he brought a knife. That's against the law.
And somebody died.
That's against the law.
Let me be real, bro. I'm gonna be real, bro. If my brother did what this kid did, I would really actually not claim my brother anymore. Because you're a fucking idiot. If you stab anyone at a track, I don't give a fuck if it was. Maybe if it was really some gang violence, it was 2-3 people jumping your ass and you were really getting harmed. But nobody's actually going to harm you.
They're both wrong.
With a jersey on at a track meet.
I'm sorry that the guy. I'm more than sorry. I have someone immediate. My brother passed away. I feel for the guy. Losing his son 100%. And that dream he had. That's tragic.
That's insane.
But you shouldn't try to physically remove someone. So, what do trained people say? Trained people that know how to fight. Trained military people. What's the best way to avoid what's the best defense mechanism? Walk away.
Okay. The zero criminal history. Everybody thinks they have a point here, but we're just not looking at y'all. Actually, I don't know if you don't even have to be a person that's at a track meet to understand these things. If what black people are saying, if they were
don't say black people, just the people that's defending them.
No, it's a lot of
obviously, but okay,
but anyways, it's probably 95. But sure. Yes, the people that are defending this at the same time, if the kids threw his phone on the bleachers, that's a simple fight. It could be a simple fight. It could be a lot of things.
Okay.
It could have went so many different ways.
But once you see somebody reaching in their bag and you don't know what the fuck is in their bag, because obviously I'm not pulling out my fist and going to punch you.
At the same time,
I'm going to pull out something, an object.
Maybe he was a Mr. Tough guy. Who knows? At the end of the day,
All right.
somebody died, bro.
And
But Vic, this is the only way that this was. I think about this. I've been thinking about this. The only way that this was valid, the only way, is if both of the brother, or whoever, if they were jumping this kid, them there where he blacked out. But the fact that you weren't getting touched, or if you got grabbed and said, "Hey, bro, move," you went to go grab a knife. No matter how disrespected you feel, you're a fucking dumbass that needs to be in jail for a long fucking time, brother. You grab. I don't give a fuck what nobody does to you.
Let's follow this case. We're gonna follow this case.
He should have fought him, bro.
It could have been
okay. When in the court of law, assumptions don't count. Assumptions don't count.
Nobody knows what really happened, guys. This is the problem.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda does not count.
Because everybody has all this different. But I'm be real, bro. Like it's just like if you put all the scenarios in your head. If this kid wasn't dangling off the side of the top of the stadium or something, or he was really life in danger,
okay,
you should not kill anybody.
What do you think happened? Based off of what they said, what do you think happened?
I don't know what happened. No, I'm not going to make any more assumptions, bro.
Assume.
I'm not making more
one assumption won't hurt.
Bro.
There's plenty of them. One extra one won't hurt.
I can't, bro.
What about you, Taj? What happened? I'll give you one.
I just feel
I'll
like
give you two.
He was probably in his area.
You can't because you know what happened.
I can give an
just feel like
assumption.
he probably was in his area.
Yeah.
He told him to move. I don't know who's the aggressor because everybody got their stories.
And it doesn't matter who
it was a witness.
Until I
it
heard.
Doesn't matter.
Until we hear who's the witness.
The thing is, bro.
No. Who was the aggressor?
But no.
It matters.
Anything hands wise does not lead into a death. If he had the only thing that could kill you at a track meet is if someone was beating you to death or had a shot put in their hand and threw it at your head.
Yeah, it was no fear for your life.
That's the literal only way that this kid should not be under the jail for the rest of his life. Is if the kid had if Austin had a shot put in his hand and was finna throw it at his head, or they was beating him to death. That's the only reason. I don't give a fuck if somebody pushed your ass all the way down the bleachers.
Oh yeah.
I'm not killing anybody.
Well, bleachers.
Maybe
that hurts.
We don't know if it was in.
Devil.
Huh?
I think bleachers is damn near trying to kill you because you could break your neck.
No, that's aggravated. That's
but
tough.
if you don't die, if you're not hurt in that situation, bro, what is it?
If you're not hurt, we gonna do walk away, turn the other cheek.
We're gonna fight. But any humane person,
we would have fought, bro.
Any humane person would not have done this.
Okay,
bro.
I think first of all, he bought the knife for a reason. We don't know the past between these two students. Let's assume that they don't.
Why is a knife at school, bro? That's you
say
had a track meet.
He bought the knife for.
You know what's at
I
track
bought when I was in.
You know what's at track
when I was
meets?
at elementary school. I bought a BB gun in school. I wasn't supposed to.
Is that smart?
No.
Okay.
I bought it.
But look at this. You at a track meet. Do you know the type of people that are at a track meet?
Track people.
So you think he gonna get
you know what demographic is out there?
He gonna get
it's
off?
a mixture of
Hold on there.
everything.
You think he gonna get off from this?
One way.
How? What way?
Self-defense.
Well, self-defense, if you are feeling that threat of your
How
life.
was he threatened?
He was not threatened of his life.
If someone grabbed you, how are you threatened from that?
Well, there's a witness there.
Like they said.
That said what?
Look. They said if you
That
want to
said
shoot your car, like if you want to shoot
talk.
your gun at somebody in a car incident, they have to physically pull your door open.
He said he was grabbed. That's a physical
So
thing.
that's a reason. I'm not saying that you saying that. It's a way. It's a reason. To
At the beginning, I said it was self-defense.
Would you have done that?
It was self-defense.
If someone grabbed you, would you do that?
Was it? We don't know how he grabbed them. There's different ways to grab people.
Hey guys, we're in the gym all the time.
We wasn't there.
We see fights all the time. We see people bumping up to each other all the time. Nobody is actually, and we have seen people say, "Hey, bro, I'm like that. Your ass will die." All that.
No.
Nobody's going to actually do that because nobody's willing to throw their life away for something.
Well, he hasn't thrown.
simple.
He's in jail right now, but I don't know what kind of lawyer he's gonna have.
Bro. He's done, bro.
We're gonna follow this case. We're gonna follow this case. That's a great idea.
But look though, either way, his life wasn't threatened, bro. If they threw his phone on the
wasn't
ground,
there,
bro.
This is a track meet,
bro.
What the fuck does that mean?
No, it's I don't give a damn.
You don't know what happened.
The reasons I explained you. If they got his ass dangling off the side of the stadium, a shot put to your head, or maybe 10 people jumping you,
bro.
But one or two people Getting in an altercation does not.
Since
lead
I
to
wasn't
murder,
there,
bro.
since I wasn't there, I can't talk about what happened. But I can make an assumption. Let's assume that this happened. Let's assume this might
So
not be
hold on,
true.
I got a question.
Can I give you a
Hold on,
scenario?
so you-
Can I give you a scenario?
let him talk.
Can I give you a scenario?
So you consider
So
that
make it-
neutral
what?
combat? He have a weapon and you using your physical hands.
That's back to my point.
That's mutual combat?
This is back to my point. There's military trained people. There's trained fighters who say the best way to defend yourself is to walk away. So when someone is reaching in their bag, you don't grab them.
Okay.
So you're
also
is
proving
he
the
right?
point
You're saying he's
that
right.
he's wrong,
Bro, if say we partying, we live in a club, somebody say I'm about to pop trunk. Am I gonna follow him to the
I'm not
car?
gonna lie though, that's probably is what happened though. He probably was grabbing it in his back and he grabbed him. But at the same time, that justifies. But I'm saying that's the only way you're gonna get stabbed. Because there's no way he walked toward him with a knife unless he was trying to be extra superhero macho man.
And then imagine this: you're in
He
somebody
had
else's
to grab him, and then when he grabbed him while he was reaching in the bag, he stabbed him. Because that's the only way your heart is right there. I've been trying to
That's
figure
not the only
out
way.
how
That's not
do
the
you
only way.
let somebody walk up on you with a knife,
So,
but he was had to be
oh
right
no,
up
they're
on
not
his grill.
walking up on them. They're already in the same situation. They're already.
Bro, if you
no,
see somebody
they're
with a
already
knife,
asking
you're-
relief.
you're
Let me-
running
let me-
away.
I got you. Watch this. They're asking.
This is sad, bro.
Let me speak. Let me speak.
So sad.
Watch it. RIP to the guy. We can't do nothing about it, but we're gonna talk about it. So you're under somebody else's tent. You're already outnumbered. Okay. And if everyone now imagine one person telling you to leave, and then 10 people start saying you need to leave instead of just going to get the authorities and saying, "Hey, can you escort him out?" There's 10 people saying you need to leave. We don't know what they were saying. They could have been saying, "We're gonna fuck you up, motherfucker. Get the fuck away from our." They could have been doing it. That's possible, right?
Could be possible.
Okay, so you got motherfuckers screaming in your face, and then motherfuckers like, "Whoa, hold on, now, hey, chill. Don't like we're gonna beat your ass." What do you say? You put your
Don't
hands
touch
on me,
me.
see what happens. That is saying
Now, what he did, is it smart?
both of them weren't smart.
So okay.
They're both ignorant.
So hold on. So you believe
That's the facts.
You believe it's mutual combat that he wasn't strangling him? He didn't have him in no.
You don't know that.
They said he just grabbed him.
Hey, Vic.
You can grab somebody like this.
Bro, you the homie,
I can grab
bro.
you like this.
You
I can grab you like this.
I'm
He
telling you.
grabbed him.
I can grab you many ways.
He grabbed him.
I can grab you many ways. I can grab you like this. I can grab you like this,
if
right?
somebody
Can I grab you like that?
do punch you, is that considered self-defense?
Yes, absolutely. What did you recommend?
Look
That video
up,
we
look
just
up,
watched.
look
That
up.
video we just watched. That girl getting punched in the face. Does the other girl have the
look.
right to mace her, tase her?
I'm gonna be real though.
At the
bro.
turning point event, when those guys were getting attacked, do they have the right
Okay,
to
look.
defend
I
themselves?
don't
Is that
think-
self-defense?
I don't look.
Yes, it is. I see it in your face.
I don't think he's getting off from this. But if he does, and it was self-defense, regardless.
There's been worse cases.
Regardless, if it was my brother that did this to this kid, I would still not be good.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Fair for
And
you.
that's
I'm
on
gonna keep it
me.
100. I'm gonna keep it 100.
It's just
I don't
no way
see
to
how
do
it
that,
could
bro.
be self-defense if he brought a weapon on school grounds.
It's just no way to do.
What the hell,
You
Todd?
can't even bring a weapon. You cannot bring a
No,
firearm.
he broke
That's
the
true.
law by bringing a weapon, but that does not mean it's not self-defense.
Let's just
You
not
can
even
bring
bring that
a
up,
gun somewhere illegally, right? You can have the gun illegally. If somebody start fucking you up, then you pull the gun out, boom.
Yeah, I
Having
don't
the
think-
gun
I
is
don't think-
illegal.
I don't think you're
using
gonna be
it is
wrong
not
for that.
illegal. It's self-defense.
No, he's wrong for bringing the knife, but I don't think that that's gonna play a
Exactly,
part.
bro.
Yeah, because I mean,
You gotta
we're
be
thinking
really
about it's
super
just murder.
logical.
I just couldn't.
It's murder
I'm
to
just
me,
messed
man,
up. He
but
just
it's not murder.
stabbed that
Yeah,
man.
but I'm
bro.
gonna be real though, bro. It's just no way. Like I'm gonna be real.
He shouldn't have
bro.
brought the knife to school.
Like, and like, it's just no way I'm gonna be okay. Like maybe if you were getting your ass jumped by two people, I would be okay with my brother, maybe. But at the same time, like if he was getting jumped on the street, cool. But if you're getting jumped with a jersey on, bro, I'm gonna say, bro, we just gonna respin.
Getting
that.
jumped
But
regardless.
I'm gonna be cool, bro. Bro, if you stab somebody, no matter what, these can't kill you, bro.
Shit.
They could. But at the same
Okay,
time,
then.
if you stab anybody for using these, getting jumped or not, I'm gonna be real, bro. I wouldn't have done it, bro. Cause I'm actually
Teach
a
his own.
sane. But that's what I think though. I told Todd the other day. I said everybody is different. Not everybody's smart. Not everybody's sane. Not everybody has the right EQ. So hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. But
Exactly.
that to me,
We'll follow this case and pick it back up.
To me, I just think if my
I
brother
would
did
have
that,
fought him, bro.
I would have caught him in the most dumbass nigga I've ever seen in my entire life. Because that is dumb as hell.
I would have asked him, why'd you bring the knife?
So like, okay, so
I would have been like, were you in fear of something happening because you didn't the knife didn't just end up there? So why did you bring a knife?
So you believe nowadays people like with that theory? You believe nowadays kids should not fight each other at all. We should just kill each other, and so that's why we have a lot of that's why we have a lot of black men in the streets that are killing each other at a high rate.
I don't believe that.
That's what's pretty much happening. It's just because it's a white dude. But if we have black on black niggas killing each other because of a fight, that's just
wrong, right? Is that wrong?
I believe you have the right to protect yourself, and I believe that you should avoid altercations.
I beat your ass because you felt like you lost. You should blow. You should hit me with that iron.
So some people react that way, but that's not what happened here. That's not what happened here.
At the end of the day, somebody died though.
That's tragic.
And if it would have been died from these, totally different scenario.
And
but you actually wanted and you knew that he was finna die when you stabbed him.
No, you don't.
Like I feel like I might be tripping, but I feel like if somebody come to me with a weapon and I use a weapon, I feel like that should be mutual.
Hey, big.
But if I'm using my hands, I feel like nigga, you should be using your hands.
Hey, remember he was outnumbered.
I'm gonna bring this case
so
you
got
people.
So you got 10 people. Okay, let's assume
you say he's outnumbered, but he got a whole jersey on. He probably got teammates and everybody.
He was under their team.
Why?
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Right
that's beside the point. The fact
I
is,
feel like it's bad.
He was definitely outnumbered.
I just feel like it's bad that I just feel like somebody real life just like forget all the race shit.
Teammates were behind
niggas just died over a seat.
Wait.
That's why I was trying to break down to the end of the whole thing.
Let me ask you a clarifying question.
Why couldn't we just? Why you couldn't just get up?
I just don't agree with your take. But at the same time, you saying some shit that like don't actually to me matter because at the end of the day. He was under their tent.
Yeah.
Brother, they asked you to move.
Bro, that's you going to a Democratic convention. You're not supposed to be there. Are they allowed to say, fuck you? Like, are they allowed to toss you off? No, it's not.
That's totally
You're basically, when you go to, if you're a Republican and you go to a Democratic convention, you're basically under somebody else's tent.
Okay. And if one of them punched me, I'm punched. He didn't get punched. He got told to move.
He got grabbed.
If somebody grabbed me and I stabbed him, am I not a fucking psychopath? I'm at an event. Here, come here, dude. You need to move. Huh? Am I a fucking psychopath? Yes or no?
We don't have a video of the way he grabbed him. We gotta establish this. This is a grab.
So you saying
this is a grab? Maybe this is a grab.
But I mean,
grab, ain't it?
You don't think they would have said that?
They didn't say they would have him.
We'll see. We don't know. All I said was grab.
I'm not.
Hey, but for a fact,
gang. That's the thing, though. This is what I'm saying, though. And no matter what happened, if he grabbed him like that, bro,
yeah.
Me personally, exactly, and that's the reason, and that's why I think that, and I don't think he would have done that. I don't think any of the people that I hang with personally have or that slow of an EQ to stab someone at a track. Now, if you do that and we're in the streets,
it's different.
Hey, that's totally different. But when you have that jersey on, you're a fucking dumbass.
Okay, look, let me clarify one thing. He shouldn't have been under the tent, and he shouldn't have had a knife.
Yes,
but he was under the tent.
Like a dumbass.
And he had a knife.
Like a dumbass.
And when he reached into his bag,
look,
I would say, hey, he got something in his bag.
Hey, that's the thing.
He got something in his bag.
That's the thing, though. Them guys, they say they
right?
who knows?
They
said that they could be they be being tough and they were bullies. Who knows? They said that maybe.
I'm not going to assume that. I'm not going to assume that.
People are saying that the one Austin or one of the guys, his brother, grabbed the guy's phone and threw it on. And maybe he was mad about.
He shouldn't have did that.
Shouldn't have did that. Who knows what happened? Actually, guys, that's the thing. Nobody truly knows, but that's the thing.
Unless the people that was actually
don't destruct my property.
Exactly. But look though, at the same time, you could slap me. You could throw my phone across the stadium.
Okay.
You're not finna not leave that stadium that day. You're not. I might try. I'm gonna fight you.
Okay.
But you're not finna not leave that stadium and go see your people, bro. Because that is like truly like animal, disgusting.
You got a good head on your shoulders.
And fucking.
But
I'm sorry, how did I say? I didn't mean
we
to
ain't
say
talking
that.
about
We can't say that on YouTube. Exactly. We're not talking about me.
But
they claim he's a 4.0 student. And who knows though? I don't know, bro. I'm not finna say any of that. None of that matters.
Interesting subject. I think the audience is going to love
believe,
this.
That's why I said you believe if somebody fight and they both fight and the person that felt like they lost should have all rights to kill the nigga.
Well, I will repeat what I said the first time. No.
But you said no.
But
that's pretty much.
I'm getting jumped.
That's he didn't get jumped.
No. Nobody knows.
We don't know.
We don't know. But I don't know.
We don't know.
We know that. We actually do because they would have said that. But we don't know that.
Because I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm pretty sure I don't know. I wasn't there. You think them boys was going to kill him at that track meet?
Probably not.
Absolutely not. 100% not.
We don't know. We didn't know that he was gonna kill. We didn't know he was gonna have a knife
because he's a dumbass.
We didn't know that.
If you have a knife
at a track meet, I'm expecting if I'm gonna do something to you, I'm not expecting you to have a weapon at this public.
Would have been better if he had a taser or some mace.
Why would you have that at a public event?
I ain't gonna lie. Let's just go.
Self-defense.
Vic, you one of them guys, bro. You just
What,
gonna
explain?
argue. You gonna argue. Well, I don't know what's your, I
So
don't know what's your
you
motive.
justify him doing that for him killing that man.
Well, we don't know.
All right, I'm gonna repeat it. I said they were both made bad decisions.
Who made the worst decision?
Clearly, the guy who stabbed the other guy.
That's the whole argument.
That's what the argument is.
No, no one should have died.
Exactly.
So,
Wait, so I'm clarifying that I believe that no one should have died.
I'm just saying he shouldn't stab the nigga out of that.
No shit.
Let's
hear this, bro. We didn't went too far in the video.
He's going in on that hoe. The audience is gonna love that fucking video. I cannot wait to read the comments. When are you dropping that one?
What?
The one we just did.
What about what?
The knife.
We're still going. We finna let this lady say what she says.
This a hit.
They gonna get on your ass. But it's some people in the comments that were disagreeing with what our first take because we were going hard.
Bro, listen, there's always gonna be a different perspective, bro. We're just sharing them.
Yeah, I mean, you got a different perspective. I don't know.
If you can't use these,
wait. How do I have a different perspective? One, I agree that he shouldn't have had the knife. I agree that he shouldn't have stabbed him. How do we have different perspectives?
We do got different perspectives because I don't think the black guy is right in no
aspect.
When did I say he was right?
You was justifying that he was defending. You was saying he's defending himself,
bro. And you had to see these self-defense cases.
I have my CDL, my concealed carry license. Nigga, they said you cannot use that until you are an actual physical threat of your life.
Hey, bro,
is grabbing physical?
No.
Physical threat of your life.
At a track meet, at a high school track meet?
With police officers right there.
Where you're not supposed to have a weapon? I don't know. But let's see what this lady says.
Okay, so
let's see, bro. Let's see. We didn't went too far.
Something like this that just evolved and snowballed, that's what it seems like to me, snowballed over something that may have just been some high school students getting into some type of disagreement. And so the issue is that once that disagreement again begins to snowball, what is appropriate for self-defense? Whenever we're into just a oral disagreement, then that transfers over to a physical disagreement. How does it transfer then to a knife? And so, and under Texas law, you have to provide equal or lesser value, generally, so force, whenever we're talking about self-defense. Is it reasonable and is it proportionate to that of what the perpetrator initiated before? Because in this situation, the suspect is stating he told the other person pretty much don't touch me. And that person did, in fact, touch him, and then he pulled out a knife. So yes, maybe there was some issues there where we talked about physical altercations, but that doesn't give you the right or the responsibility to respond back with a knife. It has to be reasonable and proportionate.
That's why I try to say, if you had a gun and a knife or a weapon, that's what mutual combat is. You fist, nigga, me fist, nigga. You gun, me gun, nigga.
All right, so how do you...
You knife, nigga, me knife, nigga.
I got a question. Can I... What?
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
So the question is, how do you know it was 1-on-1?
Huh?
How do you know it was 1-on-1?
We don't know.
No, there we go. So how do you know it was proportionate? What if it was 10-on-1?
It wasn't.
How did you know?
That's what I'm saying. Now you on that nigga what if shit.
Because
we don't know.
He was already look.
Bro,
he's already look. Let me break that down. He was already in a place that he was not supposed to be. So he was already one to a
who
bunch
says
of
that
people.
You can't be
okay,
under?
there you go.
See, that's
so it's more likely that he was outnumbered.
I'm glad you
is what you're saying.
He put himself in that position.
We don't even gotta run these people.
That's like going to a Democratic.
No, bro, stop, bro. Stop.
Let me allow me.
And if I go in there and stab a nigga, I deserve to be in jail.
Allow me.
If a nigga grab me and say you need to leave, I'm like, all right.
No, let's be fair.
Hey, nobody came to the Democrat convention with ill intent, no matter if they grab me or not.
Listen.
I'm finna kill the nigga in the Democrat convention.
All this is hey, since we have no video, all of this is hypothetical.
Nigga. I'm glad that he's here because we don't have to run the black people that are defending this because they're dumbasses, Vic. And yo asked you to go, what? I don't know what the hell you got going on. But
we'll see. Comments. I cannot wait, guys.
A lot of them gonna eat your ass up.
Like,
let's see. Let's see.
He tweeted out, bro.
He tweeted out.
All he had to do was use his damn hands. If he would have gotten a fight with his damn hands, most likely, if he had real niggas on his team, they was gonna jump in with him.
Bro, people are calling him.
He wasn't at his tent. He was in another other's tent.
Racist, bro.
I'm not calling it racist.
That shit's crazy.
I wasn't there. I can't call it racist.
Bro, somebody just lost their lives.
There's a video.
That shouldn't have
You'll see
happened.
it in court. Just wait. I can't wait. I actually can't wait.
Maybe
I'm wrong. Yeah, I mean, somebody said it's a video. Maybe we don't know, but
we want the video.
It's chill.
I'm
it's not nothing to laugh about.
I'm not laughing.
You smiling too much, bro.
I'm just scared. Okay, look, if he was choking him out, if the man was choking him out, that's the only way I can see.
I don't know.
That's the only way I can see him for stabbing him. This was finna be close.
Hey, move.
But if somebody grab me, I'm finna grab you, nigga.
Oh God, yeah. That's not.
I'm not finna kill nobody.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't want to kill nobody.
Yeah, I'm actually though. I'm gonna pull up that meme because to me, the black people they think they saying well, it's only stand your ground when it's white folks basically. These people are idiots. I don't know. They're saying that this is self-defense. You know, and
none of them can say that. We can't say that.
Nobody knows.
Can't.
Nobody
can't.
I
promise you, this is the first thing they're gonna say in court. Did you come on school campus with a weapon?
Okay. And
that's a separate crime.
Separate crime.
No, I'm looking at it like this. 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 This is why I'm being so argumentative. Because when you have a great lawyer, they win cases like this.
That's the thing, though. Why are we even trying to justify
That's not the point. That's not the point.
These people are justifying it, and
wait. Hold on.
I know you're not justifying it, but you're kind of like trying to say, "Oh, but what if this? What?
There's no what if.
Because nigga died of a track meet
over a seat.
Wait, okay, I got you. So, okay, I see this.
That's like a nigga getting stabbed over a lunch seat, nigga, in the school cafeteria.
Like that.
Nigga, that's literally just what happened.
No.
You know how niggas be fighting over school seats at lunch?
I get it.
You know how niggas be fighting over school seats at lunch?
I got it.
That's like a nigga grabbing you and say, "Get out my seat."
I got it.
Nigga.
Listen.
I gotta stop saying that word.
Tranquile.
I'm done, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Escucha. All right, y'all. Listen. No, I'm not saying he was right at all. So I am not defending him. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is that he could possibly beat this case.
The lady just said mutual combat.
Okay, we'll see.
It had to be at the same level.
You see what she said.
I'm just talking about
the same level.
I ain't say he was wrong. I ain't say he was right because I believe he was wrong. He shouldn't have to ask so much of that.
Look,
but will he beat the case is the question. It's a question of how good his lawyer is.
Not unless Austin had a shot put and was finna hit him in the head.
Bro, I know. Bro, I can tell you some cases that have been beat.
He said, "Hey, bro, move, bro. If he did anything like this, move."
We don't know.
If he did anything
like this
with his hands, that nigga needs to be in the deep.
We gonna see, guys. Comments
in jail because he's a nigga.
Hey, y'all see the video? Send it to.
And people say we turn on our people because of this. Are y'all that dumb? Black people are idiots.
Don't say black. Are you an idiot?
Hell yeah. I'm just all right. Nah, man, I don't know. But I'm not. Because I'm obviously. I know.
You saw how I brought up the hand situation.
I know that a person.
We need the video, guys.
Shouldn't die.
No one should die.
No matter what happened.
Comments. We need the comments. We need the video. We need the video ASAP. Once y'all get the video.
Hey, y'all get on his ass, man. Hey, Vic. His name is Vic.